Good evening, everyone. Please welcome to the stage conductor Jerry Ho and composer Malek Jandali.
Welcome back, everyone. What'd you think of the first piece? Pretty spectacular, yes? Tim is amazing, the students, of course, and then Vince, the composer. So what a treat to be here for the second performance. That piece was, of course, premiered by Robert Fron. And I just wanted to share my story about Robert and how I was connected with him. I met Robert in 2012 when I was a student at the National Repertory Orchestra. And this is in Colorado. And he made such an impression on me with his passion for sharing music, for talking to people, to connect people through music. And his ability to inspire audiences of all ages and to share his love of music is something that has stayed with me as I've grown and developed as a conductor. And so I will always cherish that. And it was such an honor. I received a message from Robert in July to ask if I could come and take over this concert because he knew he was going to go back into treatment. And so I said, of course, anything for you, Robert. And so I'm very grateful for him to be able to connect me to all of you here. And Robert was such a connector. And of course, this piece that you're going to hear next is a premiere, and Robert wanted to connect our composer here, Malek Jandali. He was passionate about this piece, and he wanted you to hear this piece, and he wanted you to be the first people to hear this music. And so, Malek, why don't you tell us about your connection, how you met Robert, and how this piece came about?
Good evening, salam. Assalamu alaikum. I met Robert through my piano teacher when I first came to the United States on a full scholarship. And my piano teacher is a dear friend with Robert. And he suggested to look at my symphonies when my country, Syria, was having a revolution, which turned into a modern-day Holocaust. So as a composer, as a musician on a mission, I was trying to preserve my culture and my identity and my homeland through music by writing symphony orchestras. I only had one problem. I need 50 to 70 human beings to perform the music. So we need Robert, we need Jerry, we need you, which means a symphony. The term symphony in Latin or in Greek means, symphonia means to sing together. And that's what the Syrian people were chanting in the streets. They were saying in Arabic, Ya Allah, malna ghairak ya Allah. They're saying, oh God, we are united and the only thing we have is you. So they were going into the search for beauty and truth, and the truth is God. And that's in alignment with the mission and the vision of the Windsor Symphony Orchestra, searching for beauty and truth, and that's the mission of art in general. So my symphony number 5 was written in 2019. Today is 2025. You can imagine. Usually, I have to be dead. That's the usual. Mozart, have you heard of Ludwig, Mozart? Beautiful. We have an Arab singer called Ferouz. They stole this melody and they made it a song. That's symphony number 40. Mr. Mozart never heard that symphony. Never. His last 3-4 symphonies were never performed in his lifetime. They dumped him with no funeral. Mr. Mozart doesn't have a grave, ladies and gentlemen. Stalin does. So, number 40. Number 40 was never performed in his lifetime. So he died. Now, Symphony number 40 is all over iTunes, all over the world, and you memorized it. Voila. So that was my number 5 symphony. I have 8 symphonies. It has never been performed. It takes a village. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to each one of you. And we always need a leader. You know, it's like a company. You know, you have the board of directors and all the, marketing, finance, IT, artificial intelligence. But then we need a CEO. We need a leader to take us into the strategy and into the symphony. And today you are going to witness the birth of this symphony. And may I just explain a little bit about it? It's in 4 movements. I'm taking melodies and themes from my culture, from موشحات. One of the most famous one is اسقي العطاش, which means to give water to the thirsty. Usually my people, when there's no rain, they pray to God for rain so they can have, life. So that's the first movement. It's based on that موشح. It's an ancient melody. Second movement, it's a nocturne. It's kind of sad. You can feel the atmosphere in it. Sad but magical, but at the same time tragic, because I was writing this symphony when barrel bombs and chemical weapons were being dropped on the children of Syria. And as a human being, as an artist, what do you do? What do you do when your people are being massacred? You can either be angry and have nightmares, or use your talent to do something and a positive impact for the world, and that's what I try to do through my music. But it took, 5 years, 6 years to witness this birth of this symphony. The third movement has some sama'i themes, also from my beautiful homeland Syria, and there's a scherzo in it. Scherzo means a joke, it's a dance. One story about the Syrian people, when they had funerals in the midst of the revolution, rather than wiping and crying and being depressed, they turned funerals into a dance, celebrating the death of their heroes, whether it's a child or a woman or filmmaker or a journalist. They turned those funerals into a dance in a sarcastic way to basically piss off the dictator. Say, even if you kill us, we're going to dance. And same thing with music, it's untouchable. I believe it's the most powerful form of art. Because let's say if I created a sculpture or a beautiful monument or a painting, somebody can come and tear it up or, destroy it or eradicate it. But here, after we perform with 70 human beings, artists, and in a unity, despite all our differences, we are showcasing what art is all about. And the most important and powerful part of it, it's untouchable. Nobody can destroy it. You don't see music, you see the musicians. Music is in the air, it's the epic of freedom, and that's the pulse and the sound of my people and the children of Syria and that beautiful culture in my homeland in Mesopotamia, where Jesus Christ once walked into those churches. My people in a little village called Sednaya, the only people on planet Earth that speak the language of Jesus today. There's no other place. Malula. Oh, I mentioned Sednaya, which is the most terrible prison next to the church. The dictator created that most terrible prison next to Malula, where that church is. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the birth of this music and celebrate your own Windsor Symphony Orchestra and their perseverance and artistic artistic excellence through the leadership of my new friend, Jerry, who a professor of Rice University, an amazing conductor, and he's also associated with the New York Philharmonic. So from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of my community, the children of Syria, thank you. Thank you very much.